Today on Running to Him.
Burial sites are a permanent remembrance. Today's reading from the reading plan is in Genesis chapter 3, and we will concentrate on verses 17 through 19. Genesis 23:17 through 19 says, So Ephron's field, which was in Machpelah, which faced Mamre, the field and the cave which was in it, and all the trees which were in the field, that were within all the confines of its border, were deeded over to Abraham for a possession in his presence, the sons of Heth, before all who went at the gate of the city. And after this Abraham buried Sarah his wife in the cave of the field of Machpelah, facing Mamre, that is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. In Toni's hometown of Pyrgos Crete there is a small cemetery. As in most villages in Crete, each of its families has one or more above-ground mausoleums to place the body of deceased loved ones. Up until that time of February 2016, a body was always buried. In that month, Greece changed its laws to allow for cremation. Now, Toni's parents and grandparents are buried in the same mausoleum. Assuming the person passed at home, the body would be washed and dressed, the priest notified, and would be brought to the church, and after a service placed in the family mausoleum in a few hours. Not to be macabre, but the remains placed there previously would be placed in a bag and set aside to make room for the new body. All of this is accomplished within 24 hours. When Sarah died, Abraham wanted to purchase a permanent family burial cave so that generations would be buried there. In his purchase of the cave of Machpelah, he provided a permanent remembrance of God's promise that the land was given to him and his descendants through Isaac. The patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, their wives, excluding Rachel, who was buried outside of Jerusalem, are also buried in a cave. Many cemeteries in the United States have areas set aside for particular families. At one of the cemeteries in Brooklyn, New York, 17 plots are left if any Jacobus member wants to be buried there. Toni and I have discussed our burial in Greece in the family mausoleum. Still, because we are not living there and we would have to be embalmed, which is generally not done in Greece, we decided burial in Greece, unless we died there, was not an option. Because of our association with the military, Toni and I decided that burial in a national cemetery was a natural place for us because of our love for the ministry we had in the Army and the Civil Air Patrol. Why might it be essential to consider where you would be buried? I believe it may be a matter of legacy. My mother and sister are in a columbarium, a place for the ashes of a cremated body, at a church in Sun City, Arizona, where they were longtime members and was indeed their spiritual home. We should desire to be placed where we wish to be remembered. Death is a part of life, until that also passes away. Revelation 21:4. Our lives and death should reflect the ministry we have given to God.
Thank you for listening. We pray that today's devotion was meaningful to you. We would love to hear from you. You can use either Facebook or YouTube to like, subscribe, share, and tell others about us. If you would like to contact us, you can reach me at phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.